So I was born and raised in Davis Mines, which is in Elk County, little town. Was the chief mining center of Elk County back at late 1800s, early 1900s. So I grew up where there was strip mines and all the streams were pretty well polluted. But it was a great place to grow up. So everyone at Sportsman's Club had a junior conservation club, which I attended, and it really inspired me in looking at conservation as a career. Pennsylvania Federation of Sportsman's Club Conservation School at Stone Valley, I think it was 1962, and that really pushed me into a career in forestry. So that's me and my background. I worked for DCNR for 36 years and retired in 2007, and I'm loving it.
All I've ever known is growing up in countersport. That's where I started off as a toddler and spent my whole life in that town, basically growing up through elementary and high school in the Pennsylvania wilds. So there's really something special about growing up in an area like countersport where you have all of that space to utilize. I don't live in countersport currently. I didn't move too very far away, though. I live in Jefferson County, so another county in the PA wilds, where my husband and family and I own a farm, and we do lots of the same kinds of things with our kids that my parents did with my brother and I when we were growing up. So.
It's a very old organization for Potter County. The oldest thing I can find on it goes all the way back to 1925, and prior to that. But we became incorporated in 1935, and it's kind of neat for that period. I looked up our charter of what it was organized for. And the purpose was to provide public and member education and promote interest in the conservation and rehabilitation of forest streams and the denizens thereof, that's a cool word, promote for its members and the public interest in marksmanship, furnish instruction therein, and provide facilities for the practice thereof, and to conserve and aid in conserving natural resources, and to promote public interest in such conservation. And lastly, to promote wild bird, fish, and animal life, and to provide instruction and promote interest in the propagation thereof. And it's pretty much what we have done. Well, I've been a member since, I don't know, about 1973. It was just an organization, and it's one I liked and started going. I was invited, I guess, from a friend of mine. I think he was the president at the time. But we started the conservation school in 1981, and it was pretty much the brainchild or the dream of Ron Brenneman, who was a walleye biologist for Hammermill Paper Company, and they did own quite a lot of acreage here in Potter County. But we were together with the Potter County Federation of Sportsman's Club, which is part of the Pennsylvania Federation of Sportsman Club. I think there were six organizations there at the time. It's dwindled down to 2 right now, but we just both Ron and I had attended the junior conservation school at Penn State at Stone Valley. So it's something we wanted to carry forward. And at some point, instead of calling it the Potter County Federation of Sportsmen's Club Junior Conservation School, it just became the Black Forest Potter County Conservation School. So, and again, it started in 1981. At some point, I don't remember when it was, that we started to do the field trips, and that really worked out well because it gets the kids out, and you just can't keep them all cooped up somewhere and lecture them. So we spend the vast majority of our time now on the road doing field trips, and it's fun.
We have former students that come back and work with us in the summers, and they take on the responsibilities of keeping things moving. The third person who should be in our screen here is Steve Lapata, who is an elementary teacher at Cameron County Elementary School.
I feel really fulfilled, maybe, because we've been doing this for years and years, and we don't do it to be recognized. We do it, I think, because 10 years later, you are walking the streets and somebody comes up to you and says, "Gee, I remember you. You remember me. I went to camp." And I don't know what word I can use as to how I feel, but I'm glad we're recognized. I hope by this we can keep things motivated and going. I just had a great time with it, and I love just all the people that we've engaged with over all the years. Anywhere I've ever went, even though I may have liked it or not liked it, I like it here the best. I spent my life as a DCNR forester here in Potter County. I've really felt that that's what God put me on earth to do. I just really love Potter County, the people, and just all the stuff there is to do here in the forest.
I love, the reason that I came back to this area is more about the connections with the people. I mean, it's a connection with the place also, right? I like Four Seasons. I like being able to, within 2 hours, I can be anywhere I feel like being. If I want to be in the city, I can go there. But you know what? I don't want to live there. I want to be here.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go skiing. If I want to go fishing, if I want to go hiking, if I want to go horseback riding, it's right here. Like, I don't need to drive far to get it.